Okay, today I'm going to do a short Wikipedia tutorial on how to create appropriate citations within Wikipedia. Here I am in my sandbox. I just started an article for a high school basketball coach. His name is Quincy Lewis. I took an existing article from a different basketball coach, Morgan Wooten, to use as my template, and now I'm just starting to swap information and finding the research to support the things I put in. So I found an article here about Quincy Lewis. This is the article I'll probably cite most often because it's his official write-up from his high school that he coaches at. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that URL. Now here I am, and I've actually already pasted it in. I just threw it into this, and you'll see that there's a number 1 and a number 2. I put a footnote at the end of these paragraphs. So one to show that he indeed had all these championships, and another one to show whatever. Actually, I'm going to change all this information, but this is where we're at. Now if we look down in the code that I've been editing, all I did was put a ref tag, the URL, and a close ref tag. This is what is called a bare URL, and it's a poor way to do a citation. The reason being, when we look up at the citations here in the references, all it shows is the link I pulled it from. It doesn't say when I got the link, what the source was. It gives me minimal information. Now technically, this is still a citation, and Wikipedia accepts these, but it's not a very good one. You'll also see that even though I used the citation twice, it showed up as 2 separate references, 1 and 2. It should be 1, and it should be an A and a B. So we need to fix that. So let me show you how to enter a citation in correctly, and also how to create an A and a B. Let's go back down here to the code and get rid of this reference. We'll get rid of both of them. Okay, now in its place, Wikipedia has this handy dandy citation template. So mine's already open. I go down to template and cite the web. Hopefully you'll usually be citing news. This is for any sort of article, newspaper, magazine, otherwise. But in this case it's just a web page. So I'll click on the web. I've already copied the URL. I need to find as much of this information as I can. Now I already can click on this calendar because that's just today. It's the access date. I can come back here, and it looks like the title of the article or of the page is Quincy Lewis, and the source is lpbasketball.com. So I will come back and I'll paste in the title. The website is lpbasketball.com, and I can use that, or I could put it in the place of the publisher. It's the same thing in this case, so I won't bother. There's no author, so I don't need to do the first or the last name. But because I think I'll use it more than once, I'm going to go ahead and create a reference name. In this case, I'll call it LP Basketball, and then I'll insert it. Well, now that it's inserted, it takes all that different information and formats it for me, so I have the full citation. If I show the preview here, you'll see that instead of the bare URL, it will show the full URL in the number 1 space again. So here we go with the number 1. If we scroll down, we can see the actual citation. So Quincy Lewis, LP Basketball, and retrieved. Now we want it for that second paragraph as well. So we could just copy and paste this whole URL, but then we'd have the same problem. It would show a reference 1, reference 2. So instead, we're only going to copy the reference tag, the open and close tag. So we'll come back down here, paste the reference and the name, LP Basketball, and then we'll take this close tag and put that in as well. We'll paste that in. Now, when we show the preview, it should show up as 2 separate references. So we have a number 1 here, and then 1 again, instead of being number 2. And down here, it shows us it's just a single reference, but we used it more than once. Hopefully that's helpful. Good luck with your citations.